Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of Core Java tutorials. In this video, we are going to discuss about collection framework array list. So let us just try to understand the collection framework hierarchy and where array list stands. Okay, so array list is a class and it implements list interface. So array list is a class. So I'm just putting C over here for you to understand. So array list is a class which implements the list interface. Okay, so this is the hierarchy of it. And array list in Java is used to store dynamically sized collection of elements. An array list is, you can say like it is a resizable array, which is also called as the dynamic array. It grows its size to accommodate new elements and shrinks the size when elements are removed. And array list internally uses an array to store the elements, which allows you to actually retrieve the elements based on their index number. Array list allows duplicate elements to be stored in it, and also it allows null values to get stored. And Java array list is an ordered collection. It means like the insertion order of the elements is preserved. You cannot create an array list of primitive types like integers and float and char, etc. You need to use boxed types like integer, character, boolean, etc. and all that. And Java array list is not synchronized. If multiple threads try to modify an array list at the same time, then the final outcome will be non-deterministic. You won't be sure about what will be the outcome. So you must explicitly synchronize access to an array list if multiple threads are going to use it. Okay, so this is the basic information about the array list. Now let me show you Oracle docs. So this is the Oracle docs for the array list, and you can see here very clearly that it is mentioned that it is a class. So array list is a class, and you can see this is found in the package util package. So all the collection framework is found in the util package. So to use array list, you need to import the util package. And then these are all the methods. You can just so let me show you the methods of the array list. So this is these are all the constructors of the array list. So you have array list, and then you have array list which takes in the collection, and then array list with initial capacity. So these are all the constructors of the array list. And these are all the methods that you can find in the array list. So the method summary is here. So add method is there, which adds appends the specific element to the end of the list, and then add with index number and the element, then inserts the specific element at the specific position in this list. As I already said, like array list will be retrieving the elements in terms of their index number. So you can use the index to actually position the elements accordingly. And add all will add one list into another list, and clear will remove all the elements from the list, and clone will create a shallow copy of the list, and then contains will check whether the element is present in the list or not. So you have get which will give which will take index number and give the element to you, and index of returns the index of the first occurrence of the specified element in the list. Or else if the element is not found, it will be giving -1, and is empty will check whether the array list is empty or not. If it is empty, then it will return true. If it is non-empty, it will give false and all that. Last index of will give the last index. Then remove method will remove element from a specific index and all that. So remove range will remove elements within a specific range from index and to index. And in the same way, like we are having size, which will return the count of number of elements in the list. And then sublist will give the number of elements within a specific mentioned range. So these are some of the methods that we are going to see today in the demonstration of the array list. So let me go to the compiler. So I'll start creating the array list. So to create the array list, I need to import the Java util package. So let me clear this off. Okay, so I'm importing the util package. So I said import java.util.star, or else you can also say array list. Okay, so I'm giving it a star. Okay, so then public class main. So the name of the class is main, and then this is the main method, public static void main. Okay, string args, and then inside this I'm creating an array list. So I said array list, and I'm naming the object reference. So I'm saying L1. Okay, so array list L1 is equal to new array list. So wherein I have created a dynamic array now. So I'm using the add method to add in the elements into the array list. So I'm saying L1 add. So whatever I want to add, I'll be adding over here. So first I added an integer, and next I'm adding a string. So I'm adding Sudha over here. So you can see that array list supports heterogeneous collection of objects, and also it allows duplicates. So let me add 12 again. So it allows duplicates, and it allows the order to be preserved, and also it allows null values also to be added. So let me show you that L1. So I'm adding null into it. So let me print this and show you. So the first operation will be clear to you. So I'll be showing operation by operation. So this is array list with the add operation. So let me print L1 and show you. Okay, so I'll execute this. So friends, you can see that array list after adding. So you can see 12, Sudha, 12 and null. So you can see duplicate elements are supported. So you can add duplicate elements into an array, and also the order of the elements in which like I have inserted, the order of insertion is preserved. And the element at the first position, that is 12 is at 0 index and Sudha is at 1 index. And this 12 is at 2 index and this null is at 3 index and all that. Okay, so this is the add method. And what I can do is I can also add element at a specific position. So that is adding at a specific position. So I am saying add. So I'm giving the position to where I want to add. I want to add it at position 1. So I'm at index number 1. So at index number 1 I have given, and I'm saying I want to insert 1. So 0, 1, 2, right? So at one position, I'm adding the Java. So let us see whether this is done or not. So you can see at position 1, Java is added. So initially it was 12, Sudha 12 and all that. But now at position 1, I have added Java. So you can use add method in this way, or you can also use add method to add element at specific location. So let me show you another operation over here. So the operation is the size operation. So let me copy this. So how many elements are there in the array list? Okay, so this is the size operation. So I'm saying L1 dot size. Okay, so it is just a method. So I'm saying L1 dot size. So let us see what will be the answer. So you can see here that the size of the array list is 4. So there are 4 elements, 12 Java, Sudha and 12. So the size of the array list is 4. Okay, so now let me show you another operation. So which is the get operation. So get, so I'm saying L1 dot get. I want to get the element at position 1. So this 1 is the position that I'm giving, and this is the get operation. So I'm giving it, I'm keeping the program simple by actually taking off the concepts that I'm explaining so that you can easily process the output. Okay, so that's the reason why I have taken off the size from here. Okay, so I said L1 dot get method will retrieve the element at position 1. So let me execute and show you the output. So what is there at position 1? So we know that at position 1 we have Java because I have inserted Java at position 1. So at position 1 I have Java. So get method is used to retrieve that. So the next method I'm going to discuss is index of. So let me get the index of a particular element. So index and of is the method. So index of, so let me get the index of Sudha. So I'm giving Sudha here. Okay, so let us try to get the index of. So here, let me say it is index of. Okay, so it's an index of operation. So index of Sudha, let us see what is the index of Sudha. So the index of Sudha is 2 because 12 is at 0. This is 0, 1 and 2, right? So index of Sudha is 2. So this is index operation. So now let us look into the operation which is empty. So is empty. So let me try to give that over here. L1 dot is empty. Okay, so this is the method. So I said L1 dot is empty. So if the list is empty, I'll be getting true, else I'll get false. So you can see array list is empty, so it is false because there are elements in it. Okay, so now say for example, I'm applying one more method over here, which is clear method. So I'm saying L1 dot clear. Okay, so I just applied L1 dot clear. So after L1 dot clear, so let me try to print the elements of the array list and show you what will be the output. So I'm executing it. So you can see that after I have applied L1 dot clear, so the all elements in the list have been removed. So you can see array list add L1. So I just wanted to show you L1. So you can see that there is empty parenthesis, empty square brackets here with no elements in it. Okay. So now if I try to apply this is empty method over here, so let us see the output of that. Okay. So what will be the output? So you can see that after I have applied clear method and I'm trying to check whether array list is empty or not. So I got true. Okay, so is empty method will return true if the list is empty and false otherwise. So this is regarding is empty. So now let me take off all this and let me perform another operation, which is last index of. So here you can see that the list is having two duplicates, that is 12 and 12. So when I use last index of, it will give me the index of 12, occurrence of 12, last occurrence of 12. So last index of, okay, fine. So I'm saying L1 dot last index of. Okay, so what is the element for which you want to find the last index? I want to find for 12, what is the last index? So let me execute this, run this and show you. So you can see that the array list last index of 12 is 3, 0, 1, 2, and 3. So the last index of 12 is 3. Okay. So in case if there is no duplicates, for example, I want to find out the last index of Sudha. So let me show you. If there are no duplicates, what will this return? So you can see that if there are no duplicates, it will just return the first occurrence index number itself. So 0, 1, and 2. So the occurrence of the index number of Sudha is 2. Okay. So this is the use of last index of. So now let me perform one more operation. So which is the remove operation. So I said L1 dot remove. and I want to remove the element at position 0. So I'm just, I have just passed the index number over here. So I want to remove the element at index number 0. And after that, let me try to print the array list and show you the output. So this is after remove, right? So after remove, okay, index 0. Okay, so let me execute this, run and show you the output. So you can see that the index number, so you can see that the index number 0 at 0, it was 12 and 12 is removed. Okay, so after I applied the remove operation. So now let me perform the add all operation. So for that, what I'm doing is I'll be creating another array list. So let me just create another list, array list. So this, I'm just copying here. Okay, so I'm naming this reference to be L2. I have created an array list L2. And then let me add one element into it. So I'm saying L2, right? So L2 dot add, I'm saying list 2, okay? So this is what I have added into it. And if I want to copy all the list L1 into L2, I can use this add all, okay? So I can say add, and I'm saying all, okay? So add all. And so what do I want to add? I want to add list L1 into L2, right? So let me actually print list L2. Okay, I'm printing it after and all this. So this is L2 and this is also L2. Okay, fine. So let me execute this. So you can see here, so the L1 list is having 12 Java Sudha and 12 in it. And list L2 is having list 2. This is what I have added this string into list 2. And then I have copied all the elements from L1 into it by using the method which is add all. So all the L1 list have been appended at the end to L2. Okay, so if you don't want it to append at the last, and if you just want to append it at a particular position, you can also do that. Say for example, I'm adding one more element, 23 into it, and now I want to add this L1 at position 1. I can say 1 comma L1. So when I say 1 comma L1, what it will do is it will add this L1 list at a position L1. So at position 1. So let us look into the output for clear understanding. So as you can see, this entire part is your list L1 and this is your list L2. And now I have added the list L1 at position 1. So you can see this is the added list which has been added at position 1. Okay, so this is regarding add all. So you can also use remove all. So the remove all will actually remove this appended L1 only. Okay, so I will be using remove all to actually remove this appended L1. Okay, so for that I'm saying L2 dot remove all. Okay, so remove all. What do you want to remove? You want to remove all the elements that you have added from L1. So that's why I said L2 dot remove all L1. So let me show you the output after removing all the elements from L1. So let me run this and show you. So this is the use of remove all. Okay, so you can clearly see that only list L1 have been removed from L2. Okay, so this is the functionality of remove all. Okay, now let me show you what is the contains operation. So the contains method will actually find out. So let me just actually remove all this. Okay, fine. So this is, let us come back to L1. Now let me show you the contains operation. So the contains operation will give me true or false whether a particular element is found in the list. Okay, so this is the contains. Okay, I'm saying L1 dot contains. Okay, now, so let me check whether Sudha is there or not. So I just have given Sudha. So let me check the output. Okay, so you can see that Sudha is there in the list. So I got the answer as to be true. Okay, so if I have given, so the return of this contains is Boolean. So let me check whether class is there in the list or not. Okay, so this will return false to me. So you can see that class is not there in the list. Okay, so contains will return true or false. If it contains, you will be getting true, else you'll get false. So let me show you one more operation. So which is the clone operation. Clone operation will create a shallow copy of the list. So let me take this list and I will be creating the clone of it. So I'm saying list. So I learned this as list L2. So list L2 is equal to, so now I'll be creating the clone of it. So I'm saying L1 dot clone. Okay, so just clone it. But I just need to typecast it to the array list. So I'm just typecasting it. So the list to be an array list. I'm saying L1 dot clone and make it an array list. Okay, so and then it will be appended to it. Now, if I print L2, so I'll be getting all the elements that are there in L1. So let me, this is L2. So this is L1. Okay, so let us run this and see. This is the clone operation. So you can see that the clone operation, you can see that all the elements have been copied into L2. I just want to show you one more operation regarding this clone. So since this will create a shallow copy, let us just take a look at certain insert operations into it. Now, what I'll do is, this is L1, right? Okay, and this is list L2. Okay, fine. So now what I'll do is I'll add an element into L2. I'm saying L2 dot add, and I'm saying this is a collection. So I just have added one element into L2. Okay, so now let me print L1 and also L2 to see how this addition will reflect. Okay, so let me actually write here after adding collection. Okay, right, fine. Okay, so now I'm running it. So you can see that so addition did not reflect in L1, it just have reflected in collection L2. Okay, so it just have made it a shallow, it just have made a shallow copy of the elements. So you can see that when you add elements into array list L2, the reflection has been made only in L2, not in L1. Okay, fine. So these are the operations. Let me show you one more operation, so which is sublist. So let me take off this L2 and let me show you the sublist. Okay, fine. So this is array list sublist, and I want to, so how many elements are there? So I'm having 1, 2, 3, and 4 elements, right? So let me add some more elements. L1 dot add 23 and L1 dot add 7.8 and all that. Okay, fine. So now I want L1 dot sublist and I'll be mentioning the index numbers. Okay, so from where to where I want. So I'll be taking from 1 to 4. Okay, so let us see the output. Well, okay, so 0, 1, right? So I wanted the sublist from 1. So that is from Java. Okay, so 1 is at Java, 1 at index 1, there is Java. So Java is in the output. So I want till 4, right? This is 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 is 23. Okay, so you'll be getting till 4 minus 1, that is 11, like it 3, right? Okay, so from 1 till 3, all the elements will be seen in the output for you. So this is regarding the sublist. Okay, so this is all about array list, my friends. Hope this video is helpful to you. Thank you for watching.